You ever seen Pop Star? Never Stopping. Have you watched that yet?
Pop Star, the movie with Jesse Eisenberg, Michael Cera, Andy Samberg. Andy Samberg. Yes, I have seen it. It's
so amazing.
It's a throwaway movie.
It's a total throwaway movie. But it's a good throwaway movie. Hey, everybody. How's it going? This is Point Podcast with Mike and Brad. Episode 33? Is it 33? Why are you looking at that Jehovah's Witness thing again?
Because they came back.
Again?
Yep.
What? Those people need to, watch some TV or some shit.
Allow me to read a verse for the show.
Let's hear another verse from the Jehovah's Witness people.
Bible prophecy shows that the kingdom will come soon. Matthew 24:3.
Really?
Yeah.
When was Matthew 24:3 written?
That's 2,000 years ago, probably.
Wow. That's
probably more than that.
That's a very vague definition
or
of
no.
soon. Soon as the span of the universe, or
soon as in 5 minutes, or 2,000 years? What are we talking
about? Soon as in I'll be back later this afternoon soon.
Yeah, you're a dick if you're like, hey, I'll be right back. Mm-hmm. And then it takes you a couple thousand years.
Oh, yeah.
What the hell? Where'd you go? I thought you were just going to the other room.
You know, it was so easy for those people to do that stuff. They just said vague times like, the second coming of Christ is coming. Prepare yourselves for the judgment of God. And they're like, when? It's soon. That removes all responsibility.
Yeah.
Because if it doesn't happen in a lifetime, you're like, soon to God.
Yeah.
Not to us.
I meant 10,000 years, dude.
You got those dumb retards that give you dates and then they have to go back on it. We've had two, in the last 6 years or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
We had the 2012
The Mayans
one.
were not dumb retards. That was just us being dumb.
Well,
that's on us.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But there's other things. People I predict that the day will end this time, and it doesn't happen. They're like,
oh, whoops. Oh, it was a 4.
Oopsie. We have to move that comma, or that decimal place over just a little bit, because my calculations are off.
So, episode 33 of the show. Mm-hmm. We're here. Last week, episode 32, we talked about hating kind of food stuff, right?
Yeah.
People seem to like that.
Mm-hmm.
And, I stand by everything that I said.
That you're
and I've been thinking
weird
about
and get frustrated over odd things.
I've been thinking about it.
Like how?
Because people have been fucking mentioning it to me.
Mm-hmm.
And people think they're funny and handing me ketchup packets. This is what I feared. This is why somebody suggested to me, they were like, Jesus Christ. They were like, why don't you talk about words that you hate? People say words.
Oh, yeah?
Certain phrases people use that I hate. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, you know why I'm scared to do that? Is because people are going to think they're funny. And they're going to start fucking saying them to me.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see what you mean.
And it wouldn't be funny.
Like how one of our old coworkers used to be afraid of clowns and spiders, and everyone used to fuck with them. With
of course.
Spiders.
So no, I'm not.
He hated chocolate too. He was just a weird guy.
Yeah.
Miss him though.
Miss him.
Oh gosh.
So I'm not talking about words that I don't like because people already think they're funny with the ketchup packets.
I'll tell you a word that I don't like. Annoying. I hate the word annoying.
Why?
Or whining. Whining's another one. Because those are two things where when people say them, it's it's hurtful. It's hurtful. But it's one of those things where when somebody says it to you, they're saying it because of the situation they're in. Because we're all the hero. It's
whine. You don't you don't hate people whining. You just hate the word whining.
Yeah.
Correct?
Because I can get it when people everyone has frustrations. Everyone has things they're not happy about.
Yeah.
And I think it's totally necessary for most people to verbally vent that. Now, granted, there's a difference between talking about something just to vent and then just talking about it to just talk about it.
Yeah.
There's this funny little story where this guy comes to work and he opens up his lunchbox in front of all his friends and they're all eating lunch and he's like, God damn it, peanut butter and jelly sandwich again. I hate peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Yeah.
And it just keeps going. And then eventually he opens it up and he's like, God damn it, peanut butter and jelly sandwich I hate. And the friends over there are like, well, Pete, if you don't like peanut butter and jelly sandwich, why don't you tell your old woman to make you something different? And he's like, what old woman? I'm not married. What are you talking about? I make my own lunch.
Yeah.
It's you see where that story goes to?
Yes. Older people do that stuff a lot.
Yeah, I consider that complaining.
Yeah.
Yeah. But whining, something about whining is just it seems so insensitive. Fuck you. I don't care about your problems. It doesn't matter to me. But then when they have a problem, they'll get and complain about it.
I still don't know if you don't like the word whining or you don't like the act of whining.
I don't like the word whining.
Okay.
Or the word annoying.
Okay.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
it's someone, I don't know. It's frustrating.
Hey.
I talked with some of my coworkers, and one of my coworkers hates the word sensitive. She hates it when people call her sensitive. And I'm like, oh, that makes sense. And then for some reason, I'm saying this word sensitive. And she's like, I'm like, no, I didn't say it to fuck with you. It just popped out. My other partner's laughing at me.
Nice.
So I get you. So people hand you ketchup packets, huh?
Yeah, they think they're funny.
That's good.
And you know what I don't like?
What?
Because I said that I don't like people fucking ordering ranch like assholes, people using ketchup and mayonnaise, people eating ice cream cones while they're driving.
On the corner.
People eating ice cream cones while they're walking along the street, right? These are things that are unacceptable.
These are things.
People eating chips out of big bags of chips. You eating chips in whatever these meetings you're taking, probably about the show that I don't know about. I also really hate people sharing drinks with each other, right? Like, have you ever had someone, or have you ever done to someone, like if I'm drinking like a Mountain Dew out of like a twist off bottle, like a plastic bottle, and somebody's like, hey, can I get a drink? Can I have a drink of that? I hate that so much.
Oh.
And that used to happen in like high school all the time.
Mm-hmm.
When someone had a drink, like a Monster or something, people like, hey man, can I get a drink of that?
You probably let them have a drink.
Yeah, but then I don't even want it anymore. It's like, here you go, take it. You just took it from me.
Some other bastard took my Monster.
That's unacceptable. That's
get
very, very unacceptable.
I get that.
That may be top of the list.
Really?
That's pretty.
Above
pretty
ordering
bad.
a side of ranch?
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure. People asking each other to have drinks. Can I have a drink yet? Like, dude, go get your own.
What about like water when you're doing something athletic?
What kind of adult are you when you don't have water when you're doing
Sometimes
something
you just
athletic?
forget about it, or maybe you drank it all. Like maybe like there's
No.
a guy like you're playing basketball and he's like, dude, do you mind if I have like just a gulp of your water?
Oh yeah, no.
You want it?
No.
Maybe he's like, he doesn't even touch it, just like above his face. He doesn't touch your.
It would have to be a really
all.
good friend of mine, and I wouldn't be able to watch them drink it. I would have to turn around. That's fucking disgusting.
Why is that disgusting?
It's like, oh, you're thirsty? I guess we're done playing basketball then. I'll see you next week.
What? No.
Yeah, go home.
No,
get
I
some
could
fucking
see. I could
something
see
to
if
drink.
if you resentfully gave it to him and he's all like, "Oh, thanks, man."
Yeah.
Oh,
No. Then
sorry, they got some spit there.
He can keep
and
it.
then hands it to you. But if he's just like, that's disgusting.
It's not so much disgusting as it is. It's just childish and immature. To not have your own shit. I'm adult enough to prepare and bring my own shit, or just tough it out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I can get a drink when I get home because I'm an adult. I don't know.
You're so weird.
We just got to stop these things in our society. Hey, Martin Luther King said, "An injustice anywhere is an injustice everywhere." And people committing these bullshit injustices in our society is an injustice to us all.
Like asking for water.
Yeah,
Or
someone
getting
else's water. You
side
can
of
go. You
ranch.
can like go into a restaurant or a fast food place and be like, "Can I get a cup of water, please?"
Mm-hmm.
That's perfectly acceptable.
Okay.
Yeah,
I could see that.
but to be like, "Hey, Mike, can I have a sip of that water?"
I got an extra bottle right here, big
Yeah,
guy.
no.
Boom.
That's different. Yeah, that's fine. But
Martin Luther King, huh? So there's some cool sayings everywhere, man. Got some cool people. It's good stuff.
a good time of year. What is it? September 30th. Last show of September.
Yep.
Heading into October. There's Halloween fucking candy in Walmart.
There's Halloween and fall stuff everywhere. I had to go to Walmart earlier today, and like all the little like season themed stuff is out. And you get fucking little trash basket that's fall themed.
I feel like there's more of that now than when I was a kid.
Oh yeah, there's way
Really?
more of that shit now. I mean,
Why?
I don't know. Maybe I don't remember realizing it, but I remember when we start seeing like decorations for holidays. Like, oh, it's getting close. It's getting
No,
close.
I'd always be like, already?
As a kid.
I don't remember.
Fuck that. I guarantee you saw some stuff being put up for Halloween. And you're just like, yeah,
Yeah, maybe.
Like Halloween's coming, you know.
Yeah.
But now I start to notice like how silly that shit gets.
Dude.
Like a fall themed trash can.
Before Thanksgiving's even over, we're going to see Christmas stuff.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Before Thanksgiving.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see Christmas stuff after Halloween. Right. After Halloween, we're going to start seeing Christmas stuff.
That's
I
not cool.
guarantee it.
I'm gonna start staying out of stores.
So, well, the stores are going away anyways, dude.
Good.
It's so weird. Like Amazon and like all that stuff is just
Amazon is
stuff
amazing.
just dying off. Just you know,
Yeah.
you don't go shopping at a store anymore. You go online and you order it and you have it sent to you.
Yeah.
You can get anything.
Yeah.
Fucking anything.
You can get dog food.
Yeah, dog food.
Anything.
You can
Toothbrush.
get food. You can
Food.
get groceries and
Oh,
man, you can get clothes.
what an amazing time to be alive.
It's not too bad, but it's just like inside, man. I guess it's better that you don't have to like drive something like malls. When was the last time you were at a mall?
It's been a long time. People don't go to malls anymore.
Yeah,
Everything in a mall is online.
I guess I could.
The only
see
thing
that.
that's there is like GameStop, Forever 21,
yeah,
a bunch
clothes-
of Gap
clothes
and
store.
Buckle stores, and then like a food court.
Build-A-Bear. Build-A-Bear's in there. There's always a C's Candy. A C's Candy's in there. Some kind of candy place. A Cinnabon, maybe.
Cinnabon, yeah.
Yeah. It's all the cliche things in malls.
I've never. Who gets Cinnabons? Let's add that to the list. No
I
Cinnabons.
can't have a Cinnabon.
Good.
As much as I want a Cinnabon, my fat ass is getting bigger, and I don't know why, Brad.
No, people shouldn't buy Cinnabon.
Well, I can't.
Cinnabon.
Dude, I had to turn down, like, there's a girl at the bank I go to all the time, and they had a bucket of red vines. And she's like, you want one? I was like, yeah, sure, I'll take one. She hands me 3. And I'm like, no, I don't want 3. I just want one. She's like, come on, it's not bad. I'm like,
That's disgusting.
and I just weighed myself the other day, and I weigh 250 pounds. And I'm like, I have no idea why I weigh 250 pounds.
it's all the muscle.
Because I go, that's why I try to tell myself to feel better about.
Yeah.
Well, it's weird because I go to the gym, and I don't go every
I
single
can't believe you
day.
ate red vines from the lady at the bank that handed them to you.
It was brand new. The bucket had just been
She
opened.
handed them to you?
I don't give a shit. It's
She's
not like
handling money all day.
yeah, and she freaking uses her hand sanitizer every time. I go to this bank
Whatever.
all the time.
Okay.
What the hell do you have an immune system for? I'm breathing in more germs than are on her hands.
Okay.
So
you went to the
speaking
gym?
of which, I looked at my fucking Xbox controller today, and
Black
that
light?
shit needs to be cleaned.
That's gross.
And it's a white one, so I don't know if it just makes it look worse.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh man, there's some dirt. There's some dirt in the crap. Oh, this fucker needs to be cleaned.
Yeah.
And so I got disinfectant wipes and cleaned it off. But
Dude, I came home and my bathroom was flooded.
that sucks.
Yeah.
Did you get taken care of?
Yeah.
How flooded? Like water coming out, like dumping out, or like
No,
just
like there
front
was a
water?
layer of water across the floor. A thin layer.
I wonder what happened.
So when I stepped in it went plop.
And you're like, what the fuck?
And my toilet was making the noise where it was like a faint noise. You know how you flush the toilet? You flush the toilet and then you walk away and like 10 seconds later it's still making that little tiny noise.
Oh, that little trickle sound.
Yeah, it was doing that.
Interesting.
So then I flushed it again and like jiggled the handle a little bit and then it went silent and the noise stopped and the leaking stopped. So I wiped everything up, mopped everything up, and now I don't know.
Is it leaking out the bottom of the bowl? Not like the bowl you sit on, but the bowl where the water goes into?
Yeah.
That might be it.
Yeah, it was. It wasn't leaking out of the water route to it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I know what you mean, the little
Yeah,
water
yeah.
pipe that goes up.
Fucking. If it's not one thing, it's another.
So, Brad, you told me earlier that you wanted to get back into yoga. I'm thinking about doing yoga too.
No. Get back into. Get into. For
Well,
the
you
first
tried
time.
it for a while.
Oh, kind of. Yeah.
Yeah.
On my own.
Let's get back into. I did it when I was in Iraq.
Hmm.
There was this Navy guy that was teaching yoga to the people at the gym there.
Nice.
It was pretty interesting. 130 degrees.
It's
doing
not
yoga.
easy.
Oh, no, it's
No,
not. It's hard.
It is hard.
Like holding some of those damn poses.
Yeah.
You're just like, the legs are shaking. You're like, holy shit. And they're like, breathe. You're like, I am breathing, bitch.
Yeah.
Shut up. I'm
You're like,
breathing.
this isn't fun.
I'm thinking about start doing it. Maybe not just yoga, but like more like intensive stretching, like intense
Yeah.
stretching.
Yeah, like my back hurt, so I Googled,
Mm-hmm.
I YouTubed some back stretches. I
Yeah,
was doing some back stretches, and it made it feel so much better.
dude. I was telling you earlier that my legs were fucking killing me and
Yeah.
my back was killing me, and so I had to go to the doctors earlier today just to see what the hell it was. And they're just like, "Have you been working out?" And I said, "Yeah, I have." Like, what have you done lately? I'm like, "The last time I was at the gym, I did bench, rows, and a lot of deadlifts and squats." And they're like, you may have done some muscle strains like in your
Oh.
lower back.
Yeah,
This may be what's causing it.
yeah.
And I was like, okay, that's the best case scenario, right? They're like, yeah, it could also be like lumbar spine spinotitis or spinetosis.
Spontaneity.
Spinetosis, I believe is what it's called.
Okay.
And what it is it's a swelling or a pinching or constricting of the cerebral cord or lumbar, whatever system in your spine. And it could also show that you're developing arthritis. And I was like, fuck that shit. Let's just hope it's a muscle strain.
Yeah.
So they're like, well,
You're an old man.
We'll set you up for some scans just to see if everything's okay. But the way you're describing it, it seems like you probably have some muscle strain. I'm like,
Scans sound expensive.
Please, for the love of God, please be just a muscle strain. I'm thinking about just calling and canceling the scans. So if it persists for a longer time than it's been going now, then maybe I'll look into it. But muscle strain. That's what I'm going for. And that's what if that's fucking happening and I'm gaining weight, fuck. I don't eat terrible. Do you eat terrible?
Old. Yeah, I do.
What do you eat? Okay, let's say
I'm not telling you.
Average day. No, just tell me your average day. What do you eat?
Bagel.
Okay, bagel.
Chips.
Okay.
It's really I can't really go past that.
Here, I'll tell mine. I'll tell mine.
I'm not telling mine.
I'll tell
you
mine.
can tell yours.
Okay, in the morning.
We'll stick with bagel and chips.
if I have a breakfast, it's usually like some fruit. Like I'll have fruit or I'll have some yogurt or I had a bunch of oatmeal last week that I was eating. Every once in a while I'll get like a little breakfast.
Lie.
I know, I'm not lying.
Okay.
Like this is what it is. I've been buying protein shakes lately. I've been putting chia seeds in them to help with that. And that's been for like the last 2 weeks or so. And lunch is usually
Hot Pocket?
No, I never eat that kind of stuff. Like I usually go to sandwich places close by. Like I'll go to this place we have here. It's called Miller's. They have like good soup and sandwiches. I'll go to the Super One. And I'll make a salad and I'll eat that and I'll have some more fruit with it.
Jesus.
So I'll have some coffees.
You get the barbecue pork at fucking Miller's?
Every once in a while, not very often.
Okay.
So that's usually lunch, and then dinner time rolls around. And dinner time is usually, if we're cooking at home, then it's some kind of soup or it's a meat, vegetables, and some fruit. That's usually how it goes.
Top ramen?
Every once in a while, I have top ramen.
Okay. You said last week you did.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
So but we just don't have like the ramen and the seasoning. Like I like to put vegetables in.
Yeah.
Like I cut broccoli and mushrooms and I drop eggs into it.
Ice cream? Candy?
Not very often.
Soda?
Candy every once in a while. Soda every once in a while. But it's not like every day. Like this is like when I'm eating like sugary stuff, it's not every day. I'm not
That
downing.
doesn't sound too bad.
Exactly. But yet I'm 250 pounds and I work out 3-something times a week. So I try to stay hydrated. I know my sleeping's fucking terrible and I hardly ever stretch. And I probably drink too much beer at night. We didn't get to the end dinner. I usually have some beers. Not like
12?
every night. No, not every.
10?
No, like 1, maybe 2. So every other night. It's not every night.
What about Saturday night?
See, I do a lot of drinking on the weekends.
Yeah.
So
12.
I usually have a couple of beers a night on the weekends. So in the weekends is when I snack a ton. But even I'm snacking, I'm not snacking on shitty shit because we don't have shitty shit at our house. We have fruits, vegetables, some top ramen, oatmeal, yogurts.
Yeah.
Fuck. What is this? What is that shit?
You're getting old, man. I don't know.
I am. I turned 30 in 2 months.
Oh, yeah.
Dirty 30s. I want to go to Vegas.
Oh, yes. Fuck. I want to go to Vegas and lose all my money.
Yeah, not that I can afford to go to Vegas.
Jeez,
maybe I'll go to Portland. So Portland sounds fun. I got a free place to stay in Portland.
Strip club capital of the fucking United States.
Woo! Not necessarily the best strip clubs, though.
They say it's the most per capita.
Oh, yeah. Well, since when is quality outrated quantity? Wait,
what? When is...
Reverse that.
I'll take either. Fuck it.
Yeah. I'll take a lot or I'll take the good stuff.
Yeah.
I hear Dallas has got amazing strip clubs.
Oh, Dallas ain't got shit.
Huh? No, like look it up. Like Dallas is supposed to have some of the best strip clubs in the country.
No way.
Yes.
I take Vegas,
No,
Houston,
Vegas ain't it.
Atlanta, and Portland over Dallas.
I don't know about that.
And New York.
I think Dallas probably wins.
Yeah,
So.
you're out of your mind.
Out of your mind.
We're both gonna debate. We're gonna debate
Strip
Dallas strip
clubs.
clubs that neither of us have been to.
So, have you ever taken a girl to a strip club?
No.
I took Nikki to a strip club
Congratulations.
when we first started dating. And I got really jealous of the stripper when I bought her a lap dance. And in my brain, I'm like, but you bought her the lap dance.
Yeah.
I was like, I know.
Oh.
I don't care.
Jealous of the stripper?
No. Well, jealous that
You're just jealous of
that
everybody.
someone was touching Nikki. You know, even though it was a stripper that I just paid to give her a lap dance. How the fuck did we get on strippers?
So, it's football season.
I know.
We were talking about this time of the year. Congratulations to the Eagles, 3-0. In 2010, The Who played the halftime show at the Super Bowl. In 2011, it was the Black Eyed Peas. In 2012, it was Madonna. In 2013, it was Beyonce. 2014, it was Bruno Mars and Red Hot Chili Peppers. 2015, it was Katy Perry. 2016, it was Coldplay. And just announced 2017, Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga. Huh?
Bam. A.K.A. Stephanie Germanotta.
Germanotta. What has she been up to lately?
Acting.
Acting?
Yeah.
Really?
She's kind of done with music, I think.
I guess I could see that.
At least done making it a priority. That's what I hear. Word on the street, anyway. My people tell me.
Yeah? She's not a priority no more?
Music's not a priority anymore.
I guess I could see that.
But if you're asked to do the Super Bowl and you got the hits, she's got the hits. Katy Perry had the hits. Coldplay didn't really have the hits, but you got to say yes.
Yeah. I could see that. That's a situation I'd never know what it's like to be in.
Right.
Who knows? Actually, maybe in my later years, I might find a hidden talent as a singer, and who knows, be like #1 hit or some shit.
That'd be incredible.
That would be incredible.
The show would get a lot of views.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Speaking of views, have you seen this? have you seen the show lip sync battle, wherever it is with LL Cool J and someone? I think it's John Legend's wife.
I've only seen the one on like Jimmy Fallon.
So Jimmy Fallon's done a couple, but there's a show
I've
called
seen
Lip
those.
Sync that LL Cool J hosts.
Gotcha.
And this shit gets so crazy and funny. Like there's one with Channing Tatum and his wife. Have you seen that one?
No.
So she does the lip sync to the song that he dances to at the beginning of that Magic Mike movie.
Okay.
And he didn't know that she was going to be in the competition. She comes out and she just does this huge like male version striptease for Channing Tatum on the chair. And then like everyone's losing their shit. Channing Tatum's losing his shit. And then
his wife?
Yeah, his wife. And
Who
she can
is
dance.
who?
Channing Tatum's wife. I can't remember her name, but she's pretty.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm sure.
And he came up next because what it is, you have two celebrities or two famous people or couples or whatever, and they do a lip sync battle and they put together a skit, dance, and all that stuff to make it like amazing, and whoever does the best show wins. And Channing Tatum does Beyonce's Girls, and he's dressed up like Beyonce. Like he's got the wig and the makeup
Weird,
and the freaking clothes, and he's dancing, and his wife and LL Cool J are on the side just losing their shit, and there's fucking lights all over the place. There's all these female dancers doing backup dancing for the Beyonce, and then like and then Beyonce comes out from the back and finishes the dance with them, and his wife's like, "What the fuck?" And LL Cool J is like, "Ah!" It is so fucking funny.
That sounds familiar.
So they just have a trailer out for the new season because season 3 is coming out, and the trailer is Beat It, and it's got all these celebrities singing to Beat It, dancing like Michael Jackson for the beginning of it. It's pretty goddamn funny. I think you should check it out.
I'll check it out.
Look it up, everybody. Lip Sync Battle, I think that's what it's called. So it's fucking funny.
Yeah, for sure.
He's not going to look it up.
Sorry. No, I will look it up. I will look it up. Lip sync battle.
Lip sync battle.
Like I said, I've seen the ones on Jimmy Fallon, I think it is, and it's pretty entertaining.
I wonder if they got.
And I
the idea
believe
from
Channing
him.
Tatum was on there too.
I wouldn't be surprised. Channing Tatum seems like a badass guy.
Yeah.
So, but no, maybe I'm wrong. So you never know.
Fucking, what's up with domestic violence these days, right?
It's still around.
Oh, still holding strong.
It's still holding strong.
The fucking NFL, during football games, they have these commercials where it's like a white background, right? And then there's a phone. And there's a picture on the phone, and it's of like a wedding, right? And happy people on the wedding. Then there's of someone's hand swiping on pictures on the phone, and they swipe. And there's like a dozen different versions of these commercials with different people as pictured. And it's like honeymoon pictures of these people, happiness, happy of these people, kind of. And it's like kissing and fucking running on the beach and freaking making out on picnic blankets. And then all of a sudden it's like one where the guy's smiling and the girl's not. And the music is kind of playing happy music, and the music goes away. And then the finger moves again, and now it's like one where like the girl's kind of looking over her shoulder and she's not happy, and then there's like the guy's like in the background like looking at her looking at the back of her. Then it goes another one. And then she has like a black eye in that one. Then it goes another one, and her whole face is like beat up, and he's like holding on to her. And then it goes again, and it's like I forget what the fucking slogan is. It's like not even once, or like this has to stop kind of thing. It's like end domestic violence, like NFL partnership with domestic violence awareness, and then it goes away. And it's like, what the fuck was that? It really throws you off.
I bet.
Because it starts like a commercial for like, I don't know, Allstate or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then it just goes right into that, and then it's like, bam, domestic violence, bam, next commercial. And you're like, what the fuck? It's really dumb. I am anti those commercials. Because the NFL is doing it because of how many domestic violence cases they have dealt with and how many they have covered up, right?
Mm-hmm. So they gotta look like they're doing something.
Yeah, but then they're shoving it down my throat.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't do anything.
No, you didn't do anything.
Yeah, I know. Why do I have to fucking...
That is pretty weird that
Yeah.
they're making you watch a commercial pretty much just for PR reasons.
Yeah.
They're like, a lot of our employees are overworked, some of them overpaid, a lot of them young and unable to handle that
Money.
kind of freedom in life.
Yeah.
So because they're having issues with that, they throw 10 million into making a commercial and distributing it. Let's say that's highballing it. Doesn't take them much to make a commercial like that anymore.
No.
And then they put it on, and now they can sit back and go like, we tried.
Yeah, we did it.
We stand against domestic violence. You still have an outstanding number of your employees that participate in domestic violence. Well, yeah, but we stand against it.
Yeah. But they didn't. It's like they had that whole Ray Rice deal where there was an elevator footage of Ray Rice punching his girlfriend in the elevator.
What?
Big time, right? And it was like, bam, he nailed her with like a left hook, and she fell, and her head hit the bar. There's like those bars that go around the elevators. Bam, hit that and fell over, and she was out cold. Then the elevator doors open, and he picks her up by her arms and drags her out of the elevator. And it was in like a hotel in Vegas or something like that. And like the NFL was clearly knew about that video and covered it up and didn't do anything about it.
Wow.
Right. So then when the video got out and the news got out, like the NFL had that video like months ago, they were like, oh shit, we covered this up. So now this is their, I mean, that was like two years ago, maybe 3 years ago.
It doesn't matter. Yeah,
but now they're like back, they had to backpedal big time and be like, oh no, we're anti all that. It's like, yeah, sure you are.
That's so dumb. And one thing is like, we're all about gender equality. Like, I've seen more women hit their husbands than I've seen husbands.
Yeah, she was hitting him.
So
she was hitting him in the elevator. Bam,
was she?
Bam, bam. Yeah. Then he just went bam.
Oh gosh.
And she is like concussion city.
Yeah. See, I don't agree with like close hand hitting a woman. I don't think you can hit really women in any situation. I mean, there are situations you can. Like everyone, I think every person
only if
on
they
the
have
planet,
a knife.
Well, no.
Yes.
No, because I think in certain situations, like everyone needs like that snap out of it mode. Like I was watching this video, and there was somewhere in Europe, and there was this cop trying to escort this woman off the premises where she wasn't supposed to be, and she's like screaming at this cop, and she's like getting in his face, and she's like hitting him and stuff, and he's like trying to get her to stop, and she straight up backhands him, and his glasses are all askew and shit, and he turns and looks at her and just whacks her right across the face, and she's like, she starts bawling and stuff, and she like literally puts her head against his chest to like be comforted, and he just turns around and cuffs her and takes her away. I think every human being, regardless of your sex, at some point, when you get that hysterical or that out of control, you need a little slap to like center yourself or something, Now,
95% of the time you can't do it.
Oh, yeah, I would say not even 95%. I would say 98% of the time.
Yeah.
Because
agreed.
Guys are a lot stronger than girls. You can't just unload on a chick, unless she's like trying to kill you. Then, like, I mean, at that point, that's somebody trying to kill you. You have all the right in the world to freaking lay that person out.
Yeah, for sure.
So him, like, as big as he is, decking his girlfriend like that in the elevator,
cold.
That's not okay.
Not okay.
Because he's big enough, he could have held her off him, and then he could have freaking just walked up the elevator and gone and locked the door in the bed.
It probably wasn't the first time. And she married him after that.
Really?
Yeah. Went to court with him.
So, equality.
Yeah.
You think it's okay to hit your man? Then don't complain if he smacks you back.
Yeah, I won't hit my man.
Yeah. But you get people that get so mad about it. Only cowards hit women. Blah, blah. It's like, fuck off. It's like, go to hell, man. That's such just a brainwashed, stupid thing to say. I would say it's a coward that abuses a woman.
Yeah.
Abuse is the horrible thing.
Right. So let me ask you this.
Yeah.
When is it okay to... Now, let's say, hypothetically speaking, say, like, you have suspicion that of a relationship that you're aware of that there's abuse involved in.
Okay.
When is it okay to sort of butt in?
Right when you find out about it.
But where's the line? Where's the line between minding your own business and staying out of other people's business and butting into other people's business?
No, that's a physical.
Because there's a line somewhere in there, right?
Yeah, of course. Once it turns violent, you step in or you do something about it. You know.
Mm-hmm. But what if you don't know? What if you don't know if it's you just kind of have a suspicion or like some rumor goes around? You can't just go banging on people's doors, being like, "Oh, are you guys abusing
okay.
each
I
other?"
thought you were asking like if you knew.
No, not like you know, like you kind of
You
like
think?
what has to happen?
I would confront it like
you know what I mean?
in just a concerned manner. Like if you think one of your friends is like in an abusive relationship,
Right.
or is somehow being physically abused or assaulted in any way,
Yeah.
If you're not sure, then be like,
oh,
hey,
ask them.
As I'm your friend, I've been noticing some things. Like,
Yeah.
is everything okay? And there are telltale signs. You can go and look this up on the internet. Like, what are some signs of someone's experiencing domestic abuse? So, or any kind of abuse.
This is kind of show that I just don't even think about.
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
even
you've never
think
been in that situation. I've thought a couple times I've seen situations where I was worried that might have been violence happening, but I didn't know these people. Like this was me like walking through a store parking lot and I see this guy yelling at his girlfriend in the car and I'd stop and like sit there and watch for just a second, like far enough away just to make sure he doesn't like hit her or something.
Yeah.
But eventually I have to leave.
Yeah.
Like a year and a half ago, I was walking with my girlfriend and our dog, and there was this teenage boy walking away from this girl that was yelling at him, this young teenage girl.
Oh shit!
And he had her hoodie, and she's like, "Give me back my hoodie."
Like 15 or like
they were like 15, 16, young. So, and she's like, "Give me back my hoodie," and he's like, "No, I'm not giving you your hoodie back." And she's like, "Just give it to me," blah blah blah. So obviously they're having like some kind of fight. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
So, but I turn around and I walk up to the guy.
Naturally.
Yeah, and I walk up to him like, "Give her her clothes right now." He's like, "Who are you, man? Mind your own damn business."
Yeah.
I'm like, "You're about to make this my fucking business.
Oh my god.
Give her back her fucking clothes."
Yeah.
And he hands it to her. Like first he stares me, and I'm like, "Oh man, if I get in a fight with a 15-year-old, this is gonna be funny." But he eventually gave it back to her, and I just looked at him. I'm like, "Only a punk ass bitch like you would take a girl's clothes and not give it back to her.
Yeah.
What the hell's wrong with you?"
Yeah, he's trying to make a point.
So maybe he was trying to, but
I don't know.
you just don't take a chick's stuff and like walk away from it.
No, that's just being petty.
You don't take anyone's stuff and just walk away. That's petty. That's immature. That's stupid.
For sure. But it's like I'm curious of like where that line is.
Where do you think it is?
I don't know.
If you thought you knew somebody that was experiencing abuse, what would you do? Would you just ignore it?
I think you just wait until you see a definite sign.
Like a bruise?
Uh-huh.
So
or they mention it.
I guess that's true.
Like I would need because it's like it's hard for me to tell. It's hard for me to pick up signs of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like I knew this guy for like a month or two, and he had rainbow colored hair, and we were like coworkers. And then somebody told me he was gay, and I was like, "What? No way!" And they're like, "Yeah, dude." And I'm like, "What?"
The hair wasn't a big enough sign.
See, it's like I'm just like I don't even think about it.
Though.
I'm thinking about like other shit.
Yeah.
So it's like I could probably miss a ton of these domestic violence signs until I see like a red flag. Then it's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Why didn't I notice this sooner?
Well,
I don't know where the line is.
Well, if you suspect, like, if you ever get uncomfortable, like you notice that they have a lot of bruises around like their wrists or their face or their shoulders and stuff like that. A lot of kids, like a lot of young kids, have bruises on their stomachs or their backs, like down in their face. So that's something as a parent you can look for. Oh. If you notice that kids are very tender around the core or the back, you definitely gotta look out for that.
Yeah. Like I've seen someone's cuts on them that were like cuts, and I asked them like if it was from their dog, because it's like I'm just oblivious to abuse,
Yeah.
literally.
Well, that's I guess
Hey,
that's a positive thing that you've never been like exposed to that a lot,
Yeah.
because that's hard. That's a terrible thing of life, man.
and it happens a lot,
Yeah, there's a
I
lot
don't
of
think
people that
about
do-
it.
There's a lot of people that deal with that shit.
dude. That's
So-
some serious shit.
So I have a buddy that's in an abusive relationship. His wife treats him like shit.
Just verbally.
Oh yeah. Oh, she. He is such a cool guy. He's always been like one of those really nice, really loyal, just an amazing, nice
Yeah,
guy.
I know the type.
And his wife treats him like he's the lowest piece of shit ever. And it's just because she's ungrateful, she's spoiled, and she's self-centered. And everyone has told him this, but he
Yeah.
doesn't leave her. And
Yeah.
he's not happy.
Like
He works like 100-something hour paychecks.
Yeah, she like doesn't clean and do dishes and stuff.
Oh, she doesn't do shit.
Yeah.
She spends all their money
That
on
happens a
freaking-
lot.
It's terrible. I feel bad for him.
That happens a
So
lot.
there's those relationships.
Yeah,
and
dude.
then,
But what are you gonna do about that?
well, we all tried to help him. We had like a friend kind of intervention. We all didn't like go at the
Damn.
same time, but one of us at a time would eventually just see that he was just being ground down to like nothing.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah,
And it was so disappointing to see such an awesome guy take that kind of shit. And so each one of us, his friends, were like, dude, you need to tell Catherine that you need to stop. She needs to stop this. Or you guys need to go see a counselor, or you need to seriously think about leaving her,
Yeah.
because she is just destroying you.
nice.
And he didn't listen to any of us. Not a one.
Of course not.
So, which is sad.
Fuck her. Are they still together?
Yeah.
Does she watch the show?
Does she watch the show? Oh no!
Oh,
If
good. I
she
get so
even
many
if she did
comments.
watch this, she's heard me say this to her face.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean,
Dude, that happens a lot.
yeah, and it's sad.
Girls, they have kids.
Huh? They have a
kids.
son.
Yeah.
Yeah. They have a son. And
Traps.
abuse comes in all shapes and sizes. It comes in all forms, man.
Yeah,
You get people there verbally, emotionally, freaking physically abusive in all sorts of ways.
yeah.
It's just
Sexually.
It's fucking sad.
Yeah, it is sad.
Yeah, it's really sad. Let's
Fucking-
get on something happier.
Oh yeah, Monday night I watched the debate.
Yeah, please tell me about that. I didn't watch it. I
So-
have no idea what the fuck everyone's talking
It was
about.
streaming live on Facebook.
Mhm.
So I was watching football.
Yeah.
So I watched the first quarter, New Orleans versus Atlanta, and I was like, okay, this is New Orleans versus Atlanta. And then people were posting that the debate was starting. So I was like, oh, where can I watch the debate? And I'm like, oh, I bet you sometimes when I click on Facebook on the computer and I see like the trending topics,
Mhm.
what the top one will have a little live thing next to it. So it's like, I bet you it's there. And I went there and yeah, it was there, clicked on it, and the debate was going. They were right in the middle of it. So I was like, well, let's check this out. I've never even really watched a Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton speech,
Mhm.
right? I've seen Hillary Clinton interviews before on radio show, but I've never seen like a speech of hers or even heard Donald Trump talk for more than like 3 minutes.
Mhm.
So I was like, all right, let's check this out. And it was a lot more entertaining than I thought it would be. I remember in high school we were watching debates between Obama and Mitt Romney. Whoa, wait,
Yep.
or McCain, the first guy, McCain.
McCain
In my-
and
in my-
Romney was the next one.
Yeah, so in high school it was Obama and McCain, and in like history class, or
That was
government,
2008,
Yeah,
2007, whatever it was.
2007.
Was it?
I don't know.
One of those years.
Yeah, it was 8. I think it was 8.
Yeah.
So yeah, because it's 2016 now. Fucking and I remember them being really boring,
Mhm.
but this one was really entertaining.
Yeah.
Dude, Donald Trump, man, I don't know. I don't know. My opinion definitely changed about him from watching those debates.
Please tell me why, because I've been hearing both ways.
Like-
Some people thought Donald Trump won. Some people thought Hillary Clinton
I
won.
don't know about who won.
Like,
I don't think anybody won. I think everybody lost.
yeah.
Yes. It was, he did a lot of yelling and a lot of interrupting.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of it. Because, like, she would just shut the fuck up and let him yell and yell and yell and yell and yell for 2 minutes. Then the guy would give it back to her.
Mhm.
Okay, Secretary Clinton, it's your 2 minutes to answer the question. And then she would get, like, through a sentence, then he would just be like, rah, 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 and talking over her. And the guy would be like, the moderator would be like, Mr. Trump, it's her turn. And then he would just keep doing it. So there's a lot of that. But, dude, some of the stuff he says is correct.
Like what?
And I know people that's just not a good thing to say. Kind of people are just like, oh, you're a Trump supporter.
No, who gives a
I'm
shit
not
what
a
other
fucking
people
Trump
say?
supporter.
What did he say?
He said like big businesses in the United States need to stop hiding their money overseas and going through all those loopholes and taking all their business overseas and keep it here in the United States. Right? He's right about that. That's a big problem because companies do that.
Yeah.
He also there was a thing that was brought up where some sort of terrorists or pirates were like taunting a U.S. military ship or something like that, and he said, "Oh, I would blow them out of the water." Something like that came up. He's not right to blow them out of the water, but I feel like he has more of a mindset of like he doesn't want to be bullied, right? And I think that's kind of a good thing in some way. As long as you don't go killing people, it's kind of good to like not take shit from people, right? And yeah, I don't know, man. Also, some of the stuff he says is full of lies and racism and pure fucking stupidity.
Like what? I've been hearing a lot about something about not paying taxes.
He doesn't pay taxes.
He doesn't pay taxes.
And she said, "You don't pay taxes." And he said, "Yeah, that makes me smart." He said that's what he said on the debates.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I also heard like, he said something about he'll show his tax statements, whatever, when she shows her
emails
that she deleted.
She's like, for the last 40 years, every presidential nominee has shown their tax papers, right? And it's for transparency kind of thing. It shows like maybe these people owe money to people. You don't want any of that. So every presidential nominee shows their fucking tax papers, and he hasn't yet because he says he's in the middle of an audit. He said he's been audited every year for like the past 15 years. So he's always in the middle of an audit. Damn. And his lawyers advise him, do not show your tax papers because you're in the middle of an audit. So he's like, screw it. I'll go against my lawyer's wills, and I will show my tax papers as long as she shows her emails. So then the moderator come back to her, and he's like, Miss Clinton, like, your emails were brought up. Would you like to address that? She's like, yes, I made a mistake. I shouldn't have been using a private email. I screwed up. You know, I take full responsibility, and it's not going to happen again kind of thing. It was interesting.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's something you can just wash or sweep under the rug, Miss Clinton.
He's got charisma.
He's got,
Hitler had charisma. Charisma doesn't mean you're a good person. Just saying, it's kind of like you're speaking your mind. People are going to get behind you. He's got it.
Well, I'll tell you what, a lot of the world is looking at this like a fucking joke.
And I like his Second Amendment views too.
So
he's all for guns, all for the right to bear arms. He's a concealed carry guy. He has a concealed carry permit, and he also wants to put money into getting mentally ill people, getting guns out of the hands of mentally ill people, stuff like that. That's a good view. He also has a terrible view on marijuana, and I don't like that.
Which is funny because he probably does drugs too.
Probably.
Donald Trump. We all know you do it. You're rich.
He was sniffing a lot during the debate.
He probably goes on yachts out in the middle of the ocean and freaking buys young women and stuff. And don't act like marijuana is a bad thing.
He was doing a lot of sniffing during the debate, and people put together YouTube clips of like 2 minutes worth of him sniffing during the debate.
Yeah.
Just over and over.
Maybe he has a cold. It's that time of year, people.
Yeah.
He can get sick too.
Yeah.
He's old as shit.
She's old. They're both old as shit.
They're both old. Why do politicians always have to be old? Can we have somebody that's like, no, I can understand they'll put a 28-year-old in office, but fucking like a 40-year-old? Can we get a 40-year-old in there?
Yeah.
A really successful, like
Ellen.
businessman or something that just like, they know what the fuck they're doing. They've got law degrees and they've done theses on Constitution and law and all that stuff.
He's like, he was yelling pretty passionately. Like, he actually cared about this stuff.
Yeah, but passion doesn't mean shit if you still don't know what the hell you're going to do.
Well, sure. I've been hearing that, like, he doesn't really care kind of thing. And that's even what South Park's doing. Like, he actually doesn't give a fuck. But then he was yelling. It seemed like he really cared. But then I'm like, why does he care? I'm like, this dude could just retire and never work a day in his life and put his feet up and relax forever. Why the fuck does he want the most stressful job in the world?
I think it's just a life achievement thing.
Maybe.
That's my opinion. He's like, I've been wealthy my entire life. What can I do? And someone in his yes man group was like, I bet you could make president. And he's like, fuck yeah, I can. We got enough money to make me president, right? Well, we can totally do it. And like that's him just looking at somebody. Yeah. So I guarantee that's something will happen.
He's changing it forever. This is historic because now anybody Up until now, it's only been people who are in politics. Now, even if he loses, it's open for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Now Denzel Washington's sitting around thinking about it. Peyton Manning's sitting around thinking about it. Everyone's going to be sitting around thinking about it. Everybody who has money, they can do it now. It's insane. Literally, Kanye is coming. 2020.
Bill Gates, 2020.
Yeah.
Please. That fucker's smart.
And he was saying, like, he kept saying, like, this was a problem because of Secretary Clinton and all of her politician friends. This is a problem because of Secretary Clinton and all of her politician friends. Politicians have done this bad. Politicians have done this bad. Politicians have done this bad. And he's like, I've never done any of that stuff. It's like, yeah, because you haven't done anything. It's like you're blaming her for having bad credit, but you don't have credit.
Because you're being audited.
It's like he's sitting, yeah. It's like he's sitting on the sidelines of a football game, and Hillary Clinton's going up for a catch and drops the ball, and he's like laughing at her, like, "Look at her. You want her? You want her? She dropped the ball." It's like, dude, you're sitting on the bench.
Yeah,
dude.
That's a good analogy.
Yeah, exactly.
Even though it's football.
You know what I mean, though.
I know exactly what you mean.
And it's kind of unfair to do that.
Well, I saw a picture. It was like
it's unfair to do.
It was 2000, and it's the picture of a ballot box, and it has checkbox, and both of them say obey. And it was a check, put in. Next vote year. Freaking same thing. Obey. And it's just showing how, like, we've done all this voting.
Yeah.
What has changed?
Nothing.
Taxes are still horrible.
Yeah.
The gap between incomes is still growing.
Yeah.
We have more and more people in our incarceration system, in the prison system. We have more people on welfare than ever.
Yeah.
And we have a smaller group of people that are collecting more and more of the wealth in the country.
Right. Nothing.
I mean, think about it. No one talks about that shit. What about the Geneva Papers? Those were in the news for like, what, a week?
Oh, yeah.
And then gone.
Yeah.
Files that show all these businesses and wealthy people hiding their money offshore where it can't be taxed.
Not cool.
No one's doing shit about it. It's okay for an 18-year-old to join the military and get sent somewhere to make money for someone else.
Yeah.
But
And
he's
die.
not old enough to buy a beer when life gets stressful.
Yeah.
I mean, how fucked up is that? Everyone's still whining about whether you can have abortion or what religion's the best. And we have kids that are literally don't have food on their table tonight.
Right.
And their parents work 2 jobs.
Yeah. They're single parents.
So, and then
we should just start over with the laws.
I don't know, man. I just think we need to I think there are some laws that need to be changed.
Yeah.
Like Congress, you can't be in Congress your whole fucking life. That's bullshit. So that is dumb. You need to have term limits, and that gets rid of people that are corrupt quickly over time. Because if there's one thing government's going to be, it's going to be corrupted. Yeah. And the more laws you make that prolong people in office, the more corruption you're going to have. Yeah. So it's bullshit, man.
It's like if you should think about it as if we were to start over and redo this. I think Joe Rogan said that if we were to start over and redo this, would we do it the same way? And if your answer is no, then just change it. It's like if we were to make the law right now of the drinking age, would it be 21 or would it be 19? If it's going to be 19, let's just change it to 19.
If you have to pay taxes, you deserve a beer.
Yeah.
So, but
for sure.
The main thing is
if you're going to be tried as an adult, like in court, you deserve to be treated like an adult.
Exactly.
In every way.
Yeah. And if you're required to have insurance, then it doesn't matter what age you are, your insurance premium should be the same. I think this whole I think no.
What about someone who's 85?
Well, how about this? You drive, you have a good clean record all the way up until you're 30 something.
Yeah.
You get in an accident, regardless of whether it's your fault or not, your insurance premium just went up.
Well, it shouldn't it's not your fault.
So, what are you talking about? It happens to people all the time. We have truck drivers that drive for companies where they go through all this schooling to get their CDL license and they get in an accident because somebody ran a red light. And now they're most likely going to lose their jobs.
They shouldn't.
I know, but
unless
they
it's
can.
their fault. Yeah.
But they can.
That's dumb.
And it's just all because it's easier to push the problem aside than to deal with it.
I was watching an interview with Donald, and he was saying he was asked about abortion, he was asked about gay marriage, he was asked about guns, he was asked about marijuana. Mm-hmm. And when he was asked about marijuana, he's like, I don't know, some scary information is coming out of Colorado that this has actually been really bad for people and bad for people's minds. So I think it may have to be rethought. And I was just like, uh-oh, no way. I can't even get aboard the Trump train now. That's just terrifying because he's obviously getting terrible information.
Mm-hmm.
And then with gay marriage, he was like, it should be up to the states. He's like, I'm a more traditional guy. And then with abortion, he's like, only in the case of rape, incest, or the mother's life's at risk. No other.
What about if the child's going to be severely malformed?
Yeah, he didn't say that, but I think that should be discussed. Yeah.
That's a hard thing too. And if you're religious, I think you should have your choice, but you shouldn't be able to tell somebody else. I don't think any religion in this kind of country, I should say company, because it's pretty much what the fuck it is now. I don't think religion should affect the lawmaking in this country at all.
It does though. Every president has to say they're religious.
I know, which is fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm a Protestant, I'm Presbyterian, I'm Catholic. It's like, fuck off. I don't care. So
JFK was Catholic.
So I don't care.
Fucking golden boy.
So did he try to put a bunch of Catholic laws and stuff in?
No.
Okay.
He just banged Marilyn Monroe.
Way to go. What a Catholic. I don't know, man. The biggest thing is like people actually feel like these people give a fuck about them. They don't. It's just a life achievement. It's just them getting into the power that they've wanted their whole life. They don't give a fuck about Joe Blow trying to make enough money to pay for rent and his milk. Half of these people don't even know how much a fucking gallon of milk costs.
Of course.
So.
And then during the debate, they were like, I thought the questions were terrible. I only caught like the last 3 questions. I mean, the questions last for like 20 minutes, but the last 3 were the last ones were like, what are you going to do about racial tension? Then the other one was, what are you going to do about cybersecurity? Yeah. And then they both discussed cybersecurity, and I'm like these two have any idea what the fuck they're talking about. Yeah. He's just like, Donald Trump's just like, I'm going to just protect cybersecurity, and cybersecurity is going to be a main priority, and we're going to keep our cyber secure. And I'm like, you have no idea what you're talking about. Yeah. It's and like, then, what is he's like, and then she's like, there was a rumor that Russia's been hacking the DNC, right? Mm-hmm. And Donald Trump's like, you don't know that Russia's been hacking the DNC. It could be some 400-pound guy on his mom's couch. And then there's kind of silence. And I'm like, what are they talking about? And then he actually brought up, he's like, you screwed over Bernie Sanders. You and the Democratic Party screwed over Bernie Sanders.
Oh, yeah, they totally did.
I was like, you know what? Good for him.
She out-muscled him with money. Yeah. Like freaking advertisements, all that shit.
And good for Donald Trump for bringing that up. Mm-hmm. And so, I mean, a couple things he said, I was like, oh, I'm on board with that. But then the other things he said, I was just like, oh, that's just scary. No.
You know what's funny is that...
Isn't that weird?
She actually had an opinion on cybersecurity.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that we should... It's like, bitch, you didn't lose 3 emails. You didn't lose 300. Yeah. You lost 33 fucking thousand emails.
Deleted.
Yeah, just all of them gone. Oh my fucking God.
Neither of them have any idea of cybersecurity. It was just a stupid question, I thought.
It was. It was a dumb question. Especially now, did you hear that like hacking organization that tries to act like they're cool but doesn't actually fucking do anything? Anonymous. Have you ever heard that organization?
First of all, they do a lot.
What?
There's a documentary.
What, they hack onto ISIS things and put gay porn on it? Who gives a fuck? What do they do?
There's a documentary.
What have they done?
We Are Legion.
We Are Legion. What have they done?
I'll have to Google it, but they've done a lot.
The fact that no one knows who the fuck these people are, and that nothing substantial has changed, means that they aren't doing anything.
Well, they do some things. What are they supposed to do?
If they are
shut down the debate?
If they are trying to act like there's some badass freaking hacking secret organization, then they should do something badass, like, I don't know, maybe go in a corrupt company's bank account and freaking empty that shit the fuck out and download it into every one of their freaking employees' bank accounts. Do something badass like that. Yeah. Don't sit there and be like, oh, we put porn on ISIS's webpage. They're really upset now. It's like, that's stupid. Like, what have you done? So you're going to try to act like you're some like freedom for the people, then do something. So I don't know. Do something good for people.
Whoa. Yeah. They've done a lot. You should watch the documentary We Are Legion. It's incredible.
Is it on Netflix or Hulu?
I don't know. Maybe.
We Are Legion.
It might be on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's about Anonymous. It's about how I think it's about maybe it's about 4chan. God damn it.
I got an idea, Anonymous. Since you're so awesome, find us those 33,000 deleted emails.
Yeah, it's about Anonymous. Here's the
Find
whole
that
thing right
shit.
here. An hour and 35 minutes.
We are Legion. The story of the hacktivists. What did they do? Oh, well, I'll watch it. Everyone, I'll watch it. Because I've seen these people come up, and to be honest, what they've come up with, it's like, I mean, I know as a simple little Joe Blow guy that I don't do anything besides just trying to help people that I meet daily in my life. That's the most I can do. But if I had the kind of potential that these people are claiming to have, I would do a sure hell lot more than what they're doing. So, which is actually change things for people. Like, I don't know, grab those accounts that people are taking and dumping money offshores into Geneva or Swiss or Switzerland and fucking give that money to people that need it. I don't know, dump it into a freaking welfare account and have it distributed to a bunch of families that work freaking 2 jobs and could barely put food on the table. Why don't they just wake up the next morning and holy shit, you just happen to have freaking an extra $120-something thousand in your bank account. And now the bank's like freaking the fuck out because they don't know what's happening. And that family goes and freaking jacks that shit and puts it back in there and hides it somewhere. Now they could be taken care of for the rest of their life or at least have a better start.
Yeah.
So why Mr. CEO floating on his yacht out there with this little man boy freaking sex slave and flipping the fuck out because his credit card's not going through.
In an effort to expose Bank of America's alleged corrupt and unfair mortgage practices, Anonymous leaked a trove of internal emails reportedly sourced from a 7-year employee of the bank on bankofamerica.sucks.com. While seemingly a big deal, the drop failed to make much of a splash due to the fact that Bank of America was already in the news for shady loan practices, and the emails didn't really show of any wrongdoings. Fuck.
Okay, see, let's find something else.
Remember when a different Sony website was getting hacked every week, or when the PlayStation Network was shut down for what seemed like the second half of the NBA season?
Mm-hmm.
That all started with an attack by Anonymous on April 2nd after Sony decided to take George Hotz to court for creating and distributing software that allowed PlayStation owners to run homemade software on their consoles. Anonymous launched hashtag #OpsSony and took down the PlayStation Network. The rest we saw was history.
Did you hear about the new story in Wells Fargo that a bunch of Wells Fargo employees has been stealing from people for years?
Yeah.
Like millions of dollars have been stolen by Wells Fargo employees.
Yeah.
And the interview with the Wells Fargo guy was pretty funny because you see the practices of these companies and their PR, and they're like, have employees of Wells Fargo been stealing from its customers? And he's like, well, he starts to kind of avoid the situation.
Sure.
And the guy's like, no, don't freaking give me that crap. Tell me,
Yeah.
are they doing this?
Yeah.
And the guy eventually has to spit out. He's like, yes, it seems they have.
All I
It's
saw
like,
was
what are you doing then?
fake accounts.
So
There was like 3 million fake accounts or something like that.
they were taking money from current clients and putting it into personal accounts that they could access.
That's gangster.
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
It's like fucking crazy.
I'm not with Wells Fargo.
So thank God. Banks in America are fucking terrible. The more and more I look at like how finances are going in this country, the more and more I want to be that guy that hides his money in a coffee can in the yard.
No.
Be like Pablo Escobar. I won't have a giant barrel of 600 million, but I'll have like a little tiny little coffee can with a few $1,000 in it for a shady day. So,
Dude.
man.
I got a hard Dear Prudence.
A hard Dear Prudence? Let's hear it.
Okay.
You know what's more frustrating than having to deal with your own problems?
Me texting on the show?
No.
Oh, what?
Is trying to give people advice that you are pretty damn positive will help them in the situation, and they don't take it.
Are you talking about me?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about anybody.
Yeah.
Especially if they've done it before.
Yeah. Well,
It's like, I fucking told you, and then they do it again, you're just like...
They're fucking hopeless. So, Mike, how about you give me some advice?
I'll
During
do
a
one.
family reunion 2 years ago, all right? I went to a family reunion 2 years ago, and 2 of my male cousins sexually harassed and attempted to assault my younger brother's then girlfriend, A. The cousins got a talking to, but experienced no negative consequences, and many in our family blamed A for it. As a victim of assault myself, I made it clear that I never want to see either of these people again, which I have managed to do. Now I'm engaged myself and putting together a guest list for the wedding. I would love to not invite these cousins, but I am close with their sisters and my aunt and uncle, none of whom, as far as I know, are aware of the situation. My parents and my fiancé said they'd support me in whatever decision I make, but I don't know if my stand is worth the ensuing family drama. Am I betraying myself and if I just invite them and I ignore them?
Yep. This is one of life hard choices, man. Not everybody's going to be your friend. Freaking, who was it who said it? But it's one of my favorite quotes. A person who goes through life with no enemies never stood for anything.
Yeah.
So if you don't agree with this behavior, you don't believe they were properly conducting themselves, and you don't want them there in the first place, then don't invite them. Yeah. If their sisters or your aunt and uncle ask about this situation, then you just straight up tell them. So, or you can try to dance around and deal with that weird awkwardness of like, why didn't you invite our sons? Like, well, I didn't want to come. Why didn't you want them to come? I don't want to talk about it. It's like, okay, now they're making them uncomfortable. If you just straight up talk about it, then yeah, they might get upset and get mad at you. But eventually, they're either going to come to the conclusion that you did what you thought was best, or they're going to have to look at their relationships with their kids, and they're going to have to find some closure or clarification.
Yeah.
But to have somebody at a day of happiness that you don't want there,
yeah,
just because you feel uncomfortable with having to deal with the consequences, is bullshit. Especially if it's something as big as sexual harassment. So possible molestation, all that other bullshit.
Hey man,
if you can't stand up for that, if you can't like stand up for your position, say I don't want you at my wedding. Why? Oh, because they did this. Then
hey man, maybe they were drinking, they were young.
Don't matter.
It's been 2 years. They're older now, more mature.
It's obviously still bothering them. So if it's bothering you, don't deal with it. Don't invite them.
Yeah.
You don't have to invite family.
People get pretty picky about these weddings.
You don't have to invite people you don't want to. That's what doesn't make sense to me. We need to invite Uncle Eric. Why? I haven't seen that man in like 10 years. Why would I invite him?
That's a good point.
So, he's family. Well, has he talked to me in the last? Family is people you know and share your life with. And I don't know that fucker.
Yeah.
So
people get pretty picky. Like the flowers have to be purple. They have to be.
Oh,
like
yeah.
The tablecloths have to be this color. This person is not allowed to come. This person has to come. It's like they really want that shit perfect.
Well, it's a day people dream about or have been taught to dream about. And there's certain pressure put on by social requirements and everything like that. Like, oh man, did you see what they had at Deborah's wedding? Oh my freaking god, they like released doves and there was like a bubble machine blowing bubbles and it was so pretty. And they had like a little orchestra and swans walking around. It was
John
so
Cusack
pretty.
was there.
John Cusack was there. I mean, they had not like 70% real dark cocoa chocolate fountain or whatever. And then they didn't take off in a limo. Man, no, they got picked up in a helicopter and it flew them away. And you're sitting there, your poor dad who's having to pay for this, our family's just like, fuck, I can't afford all that shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it should all be about like the people you're with, not the fuck what you have there.
Yeah. Well, sure.
So it's like, I remember one of my favorite movies growing up was Father of the Bride, Steve Martin.
Yeah.
Loved that movie growing up. And I just remember him dealing with all this shit. Yeah. Putting a wedding together and then like seeing all this crap that this couple had at their wedding. And I was like,
it's so much planning.
That's not even about the vows. That's about showing off to people.
Yeah, for sure.
It's total
I don't know
bullshit.
about the whole vow thing.
Well, vows are totally different. You want to do a vow or promises or something like that. That's something you want to say to the other person.
Yeah. You
don't have to spend money on that.
No.
So, but like worrying about what plate display you're going to have, or, oh my God, fuck, in Utah, they have a fucking gift list. Oh, if you guys want to know what to get us for our wedding, just go on our gift list. We have Bed Bath & Beyond, Target, Walmart, all this shit.
Target. Everyone's at Target.
It's like, Fuck you. Am I going to buy you a $300 espresso machine?
No. It's like they'll just go on Target, and I'm sure there's one that just says like start a registry or whatever.
That's what it was, a registry.
Yeah, and they just go on a fucking shopping spree, like make their wish list of all time. Click, 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 and they just hope they get everything.
Oh my God. I remember walking through there when I moved back there and I was getting divorced and stuff, and I was older and I had been married and
walking through where?
Bed Bath & Beyond.
Oh yeah.
And I remember getting married when I was young and stupid, and I remember going through that, like the young couple, they're both like 21, walking through Best Buy or Bed Bath & Beyond with a little gun going beep beep beep. Oh, you see that? Beep, beep, beep. Baby, you see these cashmere towels for our bathroom? Baby, you're not supposed to get like cashmere wet, right? Oh, but they're nice, right? Beep beep beep. And it's like
$500.
Fuck off. So,
dude,
I think the Greeks have it right, where you just fucking give a bunch of money into a goddamn jar and they take that shit and they walk away with it like 14 grand from their wedding day.
that seems a lot better to me.
That seems a lot fucking better.
Why? I don't. That's so crazy.
It is fucking crazy. Weddings are ridiculous. You should only have people there that matter. I mean, if you ever get married, who the fuck would you want there?
Oh God, dude, I don't know.
Just think about it. Who would you want at your wedding? Would you want a best man? Would you have a best man?
Yeah.
Okay, so you'd have a best man.
I'd have groomsmen.
Okay.
I would have 4 groomsmen.
Okay.
And mom and brother.
There you go.
Other than that, I don't really care.
Yeah.
But I don't want anyone there that I hate.
You want mom to bring her best friend Sally that you used to see when you were a young kid, and she's so excited. Exactly. It's like, why?
If they want to, they can.
300 guests at a wedding. I mean, unless you're like some badass agent with networking,
I think Kim and Kanye didn't even have 300.
It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to do it.
But I'm not gonna hand out invitations to a ton of people like at work or anything like that. Like, no, it's not like open an invite. It's gonna be small. Yeah, fucking small's better.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
It's much more personal.
Keep it
it's less
simple.
expensive. You can do cooler shit because you don't have to spend as much money on dumb stuff like portions of food.
Yeah, I've never even thought about a wedding before, honestly.
Well, there you go. And I personally don't want to get married again, but it's come up in topics in the future for like plans where I have to be married for paperwork to go through.
Yeah.
So now I've thought about it. I'm like, when we do this, like, how do I want to do it? Because I remember what it was like when I did it before, and I didn't have a huge wedding when I got married before. I always like to keep it small.
Yeah.
Are there certain things I want to do differently? Yeah.
Yeah. If I were to see a couple walking through a store with a fucking scanner gun, beep, 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 I would be so angry. Just because I could see, if I just saw one thing that they scanned, like a set of dishes or something, oh man, I couldn't handle it.
It's so dumb, and it's...
Anyway.
I want to do it. That's what I'm going to do. Is the Greek way.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's the Greek way.
Can I just put like $10 in?
I don't fucking care. Yeah, $10,
Yeah.
man. You know what it does? That buys us a bottle of wine.
Yeah.
There you go. Bottle of wine that we can enjoy together. So, how do we get on the wedding thing anyways? We get that. All that aside, if you have the money...
Putting together a guest list for the wedding.
That's right. That's how we got on.
The molester cousins.
Yeah. Well, all that aside, if you want to have that big of a wedding and you can afford it and it's not going to stress you the fuck out and you're going to have a great time, if that's what you want to do, go for it.
For sure.
Have fun. It's your day.
Yeah.
But
like you're the Queen of England. Don't
feel like you have to invite people that you don't want at your wedding.
Right.
That's like the weird ass shit where like ex-girlfriends invite ex-boyfriends and stuff to weddings.
Dude.
And the guy's like, oh man, should I go? It's like, are you retarded? No, you shouldn't go.
It's like, haven't you gotten an invite for a wedding that's like on the other side of the country?
Yes.
Someone, and you're like, I'm not going to go.
It's like, I can't make it.
There's no way I'm going to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've gotten a lot of those.
Yeah. Now, if it's like a close friend, oh, fuck yeah, I'll be there. I have a couple people that I could pick in my head right now that if they got married, I would fucking drop the money to get an airplane ticket to get down there right away.
I don't have that many. I have maybe 3.
That's what I'm saying, like 2. Like 2 or maybe 3. So,
but I would still be mad. I'd be like, you seriously made me come all the way out here for this?
You dick.
For one afternoon?
Oh, that's not that bad. You make it a weekend. You have fun for the weekend. Yeah. So, but it's just, I don't know, man.
I have a toothache.
Yeah. You have a toothache?
Uh-huh.
Get a clove. like the little spice thing. Go get one of the little nub,
Go to the store?
cloves. Dude, it's free. It's free freaking. No, it's not anesthetic. You just bite on the clove. It will numb the area, and your tooth won't hurt that much. Instead of going to the doctor and paying
Where do I get a
$60 for
clove
Novocaine,
from?
you go to the spice aisle. You can get a little thing of them for like $3.
Like that are chopped up?
Well, you have the powder cloves that are ground up, and then you got the solid cloves. They look like tiny little dried flowers with like 3 leaves and a little brown bump.
In like the little plastic spice thing?
Yeah.
All
So
right.
and you get some of those,
All right.
and you just take one and you bite on it. You just kind of bite on
Oh.
it, and it will numb the area.
I booked a massage
Ooh.
today. I booked it
Oh, that sounds so nice. I need one.
next Saturday.
Next Saturday?
Hard to get in. Hard to get into this one. This one's top notch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
way
Next
to go,
Saturday,
big guy.
first available appointment.
Mm-hmm.
I'm scared.
Why?
Cause it's not scared. Fear of the unknown. Fucking uncharted waters. I'm Christopher Columbus sailing out into the ocean.
You've never had a professional massage
Yes,
before.
we've been over this.
I can't remember.
Yes, I've never had a massage before.
You're going to love it.
I think
You got
I'm
a girl,
I'm
right?
already hating
You
it.
got a girl, right?
Yeah,
See, that's so weird.
which
It's
I've
like,
heard is not good because I've heard they don't have the muscles. The
Fuck that, man.
fucking hand muscles.
Oh, no. These, especially ladies that do it all the time. Mm-hmm.
I need like Dwayne the Rock Johnson, because fucking these old ladies with their hand muscles, I hear it just doesn't cut it.
Oh, then you need to
We'll have to see.
you need to go get an old Chinese woman.
Oh yeah.
I remember we went to get massages down in California, and I had this old Chinese woman that was putting her elbow in my back, and I was like crying. I was like, oh my God, it hurts so much. I walked out there, and I was like bruised because she was like going deep, just like,
Get it.
like, I'm supposed to be relaxing softer, please.
But you felt good afterward, right?
No,
Okay.
it was way too strong. I'm not one for deep tissue massages. So have fun, man. It's enjoyable.
Oh, yeah.
Like when they use oh man, the best is when you go and they use like aromatherapy while they massage you. Like they just they go over the nice music that's dimmed. It's like the perfect temperature. You have your water to drink beforehand, and they have this little like mister, and they put the oils into it, and it makes the whole room smell like peppermint or some shit.
Ugh.
And you're just like, oh my God. And then it's like rub you down, and then are you gonna go naked or are you gonna go boxers?
I don't know. Why do people keep asking me that?
That's a big decision. You have to think about it.
Then I'm going boxers if it's up to
there
me.
you go. Boom. See, because it's weird. Because
I'll go fucking jeans.
jeans.
Why is she touching my legs?
Because
This is a
leg
back-
is part of your body.
I need just the back and the neck.
That's all.
That's all I really want.
Oh, okay.
She wants to touch my legs. That's weird, but I guess.
Well, usually
If this
when
is the profession you chose, lady.
yeah. Well, then just make sure you say that. Be like, I just want to do upper body.
Yeah.
So, sure, she'd be like, oh, great, another guy. I don't have to touch his hairy legs or something. So like that.
I don't know. I don't know why these people chose these fucking career paths, but they make money.
Because you make a lot of money, especially ones that work on cruise ships. Holy fuck.
Oh,
Fucking raking in the dough. Making a lot of money.
fuck cruise ships.
I've never been on one, but I want to go on
No,
one up to Alaska.
You don't.
Why?
You don't.
Why?
Claustrophobia.
Oh, I don't worry about that shit. Doesn't bother me.
Tiny hallways.
Might
Tiny
bother- might
rooms.
bother
It's like, have
Mickey
you ever
Mouse.
seen the Titanic before? The movie?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. There's icebergs in Alaska.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
There was room in that door for both of them. That's all I'm saying.
Yes, there was, Rose. You selfish whatever. Oh,
All right, episode 33 of the show.
33.
We'll be back next week, right? Yeah? No? Yeah?
Yeah, we
no?
should be back next week.
I'll be here.
I feel like I don't think I have anything crazy planned.
You're not going to Oregon or Hawaii or Chicago?
I may be going to Oregon sometime in October.
Okay.
I may also be going to Utah sometime in October.
Oh, boy.
So, because I need to get down to Utah and see my boys.
Yeah.
Because I haven't seen them in a while. Haven't talked to them in a long time.
Oh.
So I'd like to know what the hell's going on with them.
Yeah.
And my buddy's birthday is this October. So we were thinking about going to Portland for the weekend.
Nice.
Yeah. So, like, good time. Good stuff. So
All right,
I'll be
well,
here. Boom.
Facebook, YouTube, iTunes, and thanks everybody for watching.
Leave a comment. Write in a question if you want us to ask a question. Karen, if you listen to this one, I want you
Who's
to
Karen?
I want you to write me a question. Have your man write me a question or something. I just want to answer questions for someone else. I don't want to do the random ones anymore. I want to get ones
I
from
know.
people that listen.
We've got a couple.
Yeah.
And
Roman, you can write one. I know you listen to this shit. Freaking
No, don't
right
say
question. I'm doing it. I'm calling you out again. This is a plug.
that.
I'm glad you listened to the last episode. Glad you had a good time.
Who the fuck is Karen?
Karen? That's a very good friend of mine. She's my
Okay.
tiny little sunshine, Scott.
Okay,
So wonderful linguist, speaks a bunch of languages, works in Scotland. So
perfect.
take it easy, everybody. Just want to give that shout out.
Let us know if who you're voting for.
Yeah, and if you're not in America, what kind of popcorn seasoning you like to have in your popcorn is you watch two dumbass Americans argue about how they're going to lead us into the next shitstorm.
And who would you vote for? Because people are like, who are you going to vote for? And I'm like, I don't like either of them. They're like, yeah, but one's going to be president. So which one are you going to... You have to vote for one of them.
That's true. Yeah.
So who am I? I don't know. I'm undecided. I'm going to be undecided up until the day before.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, with Trump's marijuana policy...
He's out.
I need to know what Hillary's is, even though I hate her and she's a criminal. It's terrible.
I hate both of them. Should have been Bernie Sanders. Fuck
Yeah,
you,
you're right.
Democratic Party. Okay.
And now Bernie Sanders is posting Instagrams, because I follow him on Instagram, and he's posting Instagrams of Hillary and being like, I beg all of you to vote for this woman. And people are commenting on them like, oh, Bernie, I'm unfollowing you. Like, oh, Bernie, I thought you were real. This is, what is this? And the other people are just like, what are you doing, Bernie? It's probably his team, not him, but
it's a political career move. It's not a good man move. It's a political career move.
Yeah.
So,
all right.
he's getting too old anyways. I don't think he'll be around for the next one.
Yeah.
All right. Take it easy, everybody. Have a good one.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.